I'm here with Aaron Tarver. Aaron came in and he was a participant and a volunteer today. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So, what did you think of the symposium?
I thought it was fantastic. Like you said, flew in from San Francisco to this, try and support my dad, but also was just really happy to hear all the different perspectives on, what all businesses could be doing to help solve urban problems. There are a lot of fantastic speakers today.
Did you get any ideas yourself?
I think, one point that really struck me was really trying to get to the core of solving a need in the community versus trying to really, put your business idea to the forefront. Have a problem that you're trying to solve or a need that you're trying to really solve for. Really lead the way for the business idea versus trying to kind of go from the other direction.
Right, because if you look at a need, it'd be easier. Sometimes too, people don't know what they need, and you can see that if you're on the outside. Sometimes that can happen from time.
And that's why the community engagement panel I thought was probably one of the better sessions of the day. And it's maybe not necessarily something that you're really thinking about, if you're trying to start a business, but being able to talk to the people within the community is probably one of the most important things that you can do. Businesses should be trying to really do right by the communities that they are really situated in, and being able to have direct communication, have direct dialogue with the people of the community is important in order to make that happen.
Right. Now you came from an urban area, but it's a whole different culture, isn't it?
You're speaking of San Francisco? Certainly, yes. It's night and day different from Michigan. I think both have their pros and cons, but yeah, I love. I've been out in San Francisco for about 4 years now, and I'm absolutely loving it. I do miss parts of the Midwest and Detroit and Michigan, but it's been great to live somewhere else and get a different perspective of what this particular urban environment is like, and how it's differing from Detroit and Ann Arbor, where I went to school.
Right. I don't know. I'm going to ask you this question, and maybe you had a chance to think about it. But if you were in Detroit and you had to set up a business that can improve some aspect of urban living, could you think of one you might want to start?
That's a great question, a deep question. I think one thing that is particularly affecting this city is education. And I don't have the silver bullet answer right now, but if I were to try and start a business here, I think I'd try and look at solving, how can we really put forth the infrastructure and provide the resources so that the youth in the city can really grow up to be successful and have the education that really set them apart from others within the country. I think a lot of that infrastructure is missing within Detroit right now, and I think solving for that problem will present some great business opportunities.
Yes, literacy is important, very important in school, and the STEM.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very, very important, and I think that was a wonderful aspect. Are you going to take anything home with you in thought or in your heart when you go back to San Francisco?
Oh, wow. I think there's a lot to ruminate on. There are a lot of different takeaways that I could go with. I think one of the sessions that I think really struck me the most was the disruptive business ideas for urban development. I remember one lady talking about how they're taking empty shipping containers from over in Europe and moving that here and creating houses out of that. So that's a really out of the box way of thinking of solving a particular problem. So I'm going to try and take that mindset, back with me to San Francisco and to my job, and then ultimately just, my career path out on the West Coast. So trying to look at, problems in a way that you might not necessarily be thinking is the obvious answer.
Right. Well, I know you've been proud of your dad. Were you super proud of him today?
Yeah, definitely proud of my dad.
Right.
Yeah, I know that he's been putting a lot of work into this, pouring his heart and soul into it. So he's going to sleep well tonight now that it's over, but I'm sure he's happy with how the day turned out.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for coming.
Of course, great meeting you as well. Thank you for speaking with me.
Oh, no problem.